Hey everybody, welcome back to Starfyre Gaming. I am Sir Joseph, and this is episode 70 of our Let's Play Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. We are just clearing out the rest of this area here on the Wintersun map, so we can have it fully explored.
Let us be off.
So that's what we're doing. We're, of course, just doing the standard creeping by a little bit at a time here, so we don't get surprised by the nature lore. What the heck was that? All right. Identity of the half-elf woman. Animals of the forest have somehow survived in the wound, but they've lost their minds in the process. Only one animal is suspiciously sanguine, a giant bear that has been observing the commander from the dense undergrowth. Alright, so we gotta find this bear's lair.
Let's move.
Please, allow me.
We will be victorious.
Ferocious Similodon.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Also lovingly known as Ferocious Cinnamon.
Forwards!
Who was that? A dire boar.
I'll remove this obstacle.
I'm done with you.
Ow. Ow.
You won't survive me.
Raider Dire Bear.
I will resist!
Just hitting as much as you should.
We won't falter!
Mind over muscle.
Begone, fiend!
Into the fray.
Endure this!
Similimidians, or whatever they're, Smilodons, are a lot tougher than the rest of these little animals. Come on. Alright, let's throw some heals.
I will lend you my aid. Magritium Turino.
I wonder about my kitty cat sometimes.
Magritium Turino.
Walks right in front of my monitor and stands there and looks at me.
Magritium Turinos. Magritium Turino.
Alrighty.
Follow me.
Alright, so you can't go in there. So we can do this part and then come back. Leads up. Let's go back this way. All right. That was as far that way as we could go. Well, the deer aren't being aggressive. Let's go this way. Another body.
March on.
Ferocious Smilodon is just sitting there dead. There's one.
You called? Prepare yourself. I will defend my dream.
That was it? One shot? Oh, a bunch of dire boars as well. Another Similodon. There's the boars. Greater dire boars.
The light take you!
Desna, guide my hand.
Make every strike count.
No. Fourteen's on blue.
Strike with all your might.
Lots of dire boars.
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
Make your peace.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
You should have listened to reason.
Fall!
We can do it.
Yeah, the Similodon is definitely the dangerous animal here. Ow, my goodness, just tore up.
Into the fray!
I will resist.
All right. There we go. Yeah. The slow regeneration I've got is going.
Onwards.
So I hover over this thing and it's got an attack thing and not a loot thing. So we're going to hold off a minute here. Well, same with this. They're sleeping. Alright, they're not dead. They're sleeping. There's another one of those standing stones.
Let us be off. Let's move.
This is where the bear was standing. Let's go up here. See if there's anything up here where the bear was watching us. Nope.
Follow me.
Another sleeping boar. Deers are out and about. Sleeping bear. Let's go look at the standing stone. Found the cave.
A success worthy of praise.
Text in Halit. Honor the old, guard the young, and stand with those whose prime has come.
March on.
All right. More sleeping animals. There are a lot of sleeping animals out here. All right, into the cave we go. Sleeping animals. Wow, there's a lot of sleeping animals here. This is... How big is this cave? The cave's not that big. Like a fire pit. Roan's letter. The letter's been carefully kept in an oiled leather bag, but the years have not been kind to it. The paper is so fragile that it is almost crumbling in your hands. To Soona the seer, Mother, this is my last letter. Letter. I hope the raven delivered it safely. The decision has been made. We are leaving for the south, for Gundrun, further away from the world wound. I beg you, come with us. You turned down my last requests, and I don't know this person you have become. Where did this pride come from? Before you were wise and fair. Can it be that the spirits of the abyss have reached the good spirit of the forest and twisted your mind as well? I don't care what happens to this place. I only want you to live, Mother. I was told you crafted yourself a special amulet to subdue spirits. Does that mean you want to bind a spirit from the abyss by imprisoning it in the body of an animal? You know your powers are not what they were. You won't manage it alone. Even if you do, nothing good will come of this abominable ritual. Please come with us. Your children and grandchildren need you. The wild animals in this deranged forest do not. We will wait for you at the pass until the 10th day of the month. Your loving daughter, Rowan. Deep-rooted derangement. Yep, that's that half-elf gal. Alright, so she did something in here with this bear. Let's see, inch this way.
Let us be off. Let's move.
Oh, that's just a dead end, okay. An old dwarf woman, so ancient that she looks like she's been carved from a piece of gnarled driftwood, stands in the middle of the cave. The only decoration visible among her filthy rags is a clay medallion in the shape of a complicated knot. Without a word, she touches the Smilodon in front of her. The tremors slowly leave the animal's body, and its eyes clear. The Smilodon inclines its head as if in thanks and leaves the cave. The old woman raises her head, noticing you, but her gaze never settles on anything for long. "You're here!" The hunter goes from body to body. The hunter goes from body to body and has bleh. The hunter going from body to body has reached this place. But Orso, the great bear, will not leave you in peace. He will make sure you pay for every animal. Leave, you reek of blood. Well, the animals attacked us. Sona? The old woman shudders, her gaze looking through you into the distance. Sona. Yes, yes! In Sarcosis, they called her Sona the Wise, Sona the Seer. They brought her gifts, sought her counsel. What would you ask her if you met her? Why didn't you go with your daughter? Sona the Seer, running to Gundren with her tail between her legs? No, I could never leave. Let others hide behind the walls of their cities. This forest is my life, my chapel. Even if I could have made it through the wound and gone south. No, out of the question. How could I look my children in the eye, their foolish mother who tried to fight the world wound alone and lost? No, that will never happen. Tell me about this forest. The old woman sighs wistfully, and a bright, sweet smile dawns on her face. Our forest, in its glory days, was a sight to behold. Crowds would come from the cities and villages for the Sun Festival, to watch the shamans perform the rites in the meadows of the spirits. We would sing, and the forest would answer us, its voices blending with the voices of hundreds of people, and peace reigned over all. And when night fell, the mead flowed like a river. The young men and women jumped over the bonfire. Lucky was the one who caught sight of the great Orso, silently cutting his path through the forest. The first summer flowers would spring up wherever he stepped. Corvin laid a wreath of these flowers on my head, and I became his wife. I washed my children in the holy spring of the meadow of the spirits, and they grew up healthy and strong. This forest was my land. The great Orso came at my call. Tell me about Sarcoris. The old woman's lips set in a hard line, and she stands taller. Now you glimpse the proud shaman she used to be. I don't want to talk about Sarcoris. Its rulers were fools. I told them we needed to wipe out those mages, wipe them out without misery. But they didn't listen to me. I told them the city walls had cut them from the spirits. They didn't listen to me. Sarcoris fell as it must. It was infested with mages seeking knowledge in dark places. But how glorious it was, how mighty. Can it really be gone? Can it be true that dying light and Pelura's chapel, beautiful and star-strewn sky, fell? Can it be that Is, birthplace of vaunted blacksmiths, is lost forever, and rich Underen on the Fleet River? The cities of Sarkoris were swallowed by the world wound. And Gundren? No, I don't want to know about Gundren. No. The woman's lips quiver. She covers her mouth with one hand and turns away. What did you do to the Similodon? A sickened spirit, a sorrowful spirit, had settled in the Similodon. But why does a blood-soaked hunter need to know that? Does the hunter look them in the eye when he kills them? Does he understand their fear? They come to us, we give them comfort, but the hunter can give nothing but death. Go away. Do you know where to find the giant bear's lair? The old woman gives a deranged chuckle. The hunter asks us where to find Brother Bear's home? Everywhere. It's everywhere. He is master of this forest. Great Orso, we call him. Now it is Orso the Terrible. But while the soul of the forest lives, there is still hope. Hope of what? No, we must not say. The master of the forest protects us. We do it all ourselves. We do not need anyone. Begone, bloody hunter. Begone. How have you and the forest managed to survive in the midst of the world wound? The master of the forest protects his domain. Master of the forest, Orso, the Terrible, is our guardian. So it has always been and always will be. I'll leave you in peace. All right. Moving right along. Now, my question is, are we going to get attacked by once sleeping animals?
Can't hide from me.
+4 cloak of resistance. I leave that there. All right. Everybody's been cloaked up. Alright, now the moment of truth here. Well, they're still sleeping. Not gonna kill the sleeping animals. Well, these guys are still sleeping too, okay. Up.
We cannot be defeated.
Everyone else still sleeping. That's good. So Orso came to attack us, so...
Prepare yourself.
You won't survive me.
Unable to withstand the blow, Orso drops to the ground. He is still alive, but his strength is dwindling. Noticing your continuing proximity, he bares his teeth and snarls as if trying to say something. Grrr. Examine the bear's body. The bear's fur is matted and infested with parasites, and numerous scars cover the bear's body. One particular spot draws your eyes, a brand mark with an intricate design, the same one as the shaman's medallion. What did Soona do to you? Upon hearing the name, the bear freezes, then raises his head and unleashes a long, drawn-out howl full of yearning and pain. Look into the bear's eyes. The bear growls in response. Show the bear mercy. Orso seems to understand the look in your eyes. He stops growling, closes his eyes, and breathes heavily. Well, Orso's regenerating, huh? Alright. That said, tell the shaman what happened? Yep, tell the shaman what happened. Alright. Hopefully this will not turn into a big fight.
Follow me.
Okay, let's go chat with her. The old woman gives you a hostile look. Her face holds no trace of her former madness. You're back. I sense the pain of the abyss spirit that has linked to Orso, and it's weakened. If it dies, the foul poison of the corpse will seep into the tree roots. Creatures from the other side will come, and nothing will be left but a toxic wasteland. But you don't care about my forest, so why is Orso still alive? I think we can still save him. The old woman laughs. It's an abyss spirit in the body of a bear. You pity that unholy creature? Then why not also pity all the other creatures that are destroying everything you hold dear? What makes his spirit different to them? For centuries, I've watched mortals be drawn into the same game with demons and lose every single time. But you are truly wise, old shaman. How could you have done something so foolish? Surely you're wise enough to understand that there is no such thing as a deal with the abyss where the mortal does not lose. Have you mortals no sense at all? I saw a mark left by your medallion on the bear's pelt. The old woman crosses her arms over her chest. Yes, Orso the Terrible is my creation. I used this medallion to control an evil spirit of the abyss after linking it to the sacred bear, and I forced the spirit to serve good by linking our lives together. What happened to Orso the Great's spirit? The old woman clenches her fist. It has lived for centuries in a bear's body, ancient as the forest itself. It ensures the trees grew tall and the flowers bloomed. It ensured the deer had grass to eat and the smilodons had enough deer meat. But the natural order has been broken. I had to do something, and I did it. The kind Orso that was known in Sarkoris is gone forever, but the guardian of the forest remains. Do spirits of the abyss wreak as much evil as demons do? The old woman sighs in irritation. Yes, they are just as evil. The spirits of the abyss are abominations. The forest spirits fear them to the point of madness. They seek refuge in their madness by possessing wild animals. You saw what that looks like. You saw how I separated them. But in every moment of suffering there is hope. By separating them, I learned how to bind them. I can go and finish him off. What will happen then? The woman shrugs. I will mourn Orso, but life must continue. That is the law of things. This place is full of spirits of the abyss. They fly around aimlessly, driving the forest spirits mad. I will set them to work to replace our protector. I will bind as many abyssal creatures as my strength can manage. Either you don't understand what you're doing here, or you're just crazy. Land shakes his head. I once heard a story about a small tribe of mongrels besieged by some monster that came from the bowels of the earth. The creatures trapped their people in the village. They couldn't hunt, and they slowly died of starvation. It wasn't long before the people started eating the dead. Then, when it was all over, the creatures left. Our scouts found the village, and they found the chief. He was the only survivor. He was wandering around the settlement, muttering under his breath and attacking anything he saw. He stood guard over the bones of his tribesmen and women, the people he had killed and eaten. His mind was gone, and the scouts were forced to kill him. This old woman reminds me of that chief. She has lost her mind, watching over the bones of the dead. You need to free him. The old woman gives you a scathing look. You can kill me, a weak old woman, but I won't give in. I serve the forest spirits. I don't serve you. I'm sorry about your forest, but a connection with the spirit from the abyss can only lead to evil. You must die. I didn't really want to do that one. But I didn't want to leave it the way it was either. Woman crosses her arms over her chest. I would rather die right now than see my forest slowly die in agony. The shaman is so old she cannot put up a fight. Instead, she tightly squeezes her medallion, which cracks in her withered fist.
Charge! Endure this!
Well, not how I wanted that one to end up.
March on.
But that bear was being tormented. You could tell. I mean, the bear didn't like being what it was. Now I have a feeling those sleeping animals are going to be aggressive. Maybe I'll be wrong. There's always that possibility. Nope, still sleeping. Up. The bear. Alright, the bear disappeared. Yeah, these things are still sleeping.
Onwards.
Oh, that's where I fought all those. Alright, no going that way. Alright, I tried that way. There was no going that way. This is a dead end as well. Alright. Alright, young deer. Alright, back up here. Guess we go up, finish exploring.
Let us be off.
We ran into those guys. Went up here, found that elf gal. We still don't know anything about that elf gal. That's done. All right. We're gonna call it here today. A little bit short than normal, but this is a good spot to stop. I've got to get ready for real work, sadly, so I'm gonna have to call this one short. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I really do appreciate it. Do me a favor, leave a message, Yeah, comment. That's the word, a comment. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, all that fun stuff. I've been Sir Joseph. You guys have been awesome. Till next time, stay safe out there, and I'll talk to you later.